All right, it may be the weekend, but prospective jurors are back in court today in Clearwater, Florida. Lawyers are still trying to seat a jury to hear the murder case against Casey Anthony. She's the Florida mother accused of killing her 2-year-old daughter nearly 3 years ago. Anthony has pleaded not guilty. Lawyers want 12 jurors and 8 alternates. So far, 8 people have been selected. Well, is justice possible with a Confederate flag flying outside a courthouse? A man sentenced to death says no, and he says the makeup of the jury is another reason his murder conviction should be thrown out. Let's bring in our legal guys, Avery Friedman, a civil rights attorney and law professor in Cleveland, and Richard Herman, a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor, joining us from Las Vegas. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Hi, Frederica.
All right, Avery, you first. So Felton Dorsey, who is black, who was convicted of killing a white man, says that not only was this flag flying outside the courthouse a sign of intimidation, but on those grounds, as well as the jurors that were selected, potentially prospective jurors were threatened, felt threatened by that flag flying, that he either deserves a new trial or maybe even his conviction thrown out altogether. How are his attorneys going to argue this case?
They're going to argue it forcefully because they're, believe it or not, there's substance. The Confederate flag represents liberty and justice for some. And the fact is that when in 1861 there was treason, America was broken apart, the losers now have their flag hanging there. And the fact is that the area, Frederica, is 48% black. That flag represents oppression, slavery. That essentially is racist. And I think the Louisiana Supreme Court should be given credit for taking the case. I think they're going to vacate that conviction. But Mr. Dorsey's going to go back to trial, and he's going to be retried for the murder, as he should be.
So, Richard, you agree the Supreme Court would take on this case is an indication that perhaps those justices might feel like something is awry here.
Unfortunately, Fred, the defense attorney did not raise the issue of the flag at any time during the trial. So the record on appeal has no objection by defense concerning the flag. Therefore, the justices in the appellate division are not even going to consider that argument. They are going to consider the fact that the argument that the claim the government picked an all-white jury. There was 11 white, 1 black on the jury, and that they intentionally disregarded black jurors. That is a violation, U.S. v. Batson.
Oh.
That is a real claim
might the
appeal.
argument
Well,
good. That's
one
exactly
juror,
the point.
in fact, one black juror did say, hey, look, I feel really horrible walking into this building with that Confederate flag. But you know, Fred, the flag's flown there for 60 years. And there's been a lot of verdicts in that courthouse, and nobody's raised this issue. It's not on the record, Avery. It can't be considered.
Avery, last word on that.
It's one and the same. One and the same. Whether it's Confederate flag or knocking blacks off, Supreme Court's going to take it. They're going to resolve reversal, new trial.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Well, let's move on to another case now. This involves a woman, Elena Giordano, who is a stage 4 cancer patient. She doesn't have a job, but she did have custody of her children until this court stepped in and said, no, you cannot have custody of your kids. Kids have to move on to Chicago, where her ex-husband is. So, Richard, I wonder, was this an issue of the judge saying the issue is that she is a cancer patient and that she has this terminal illness, or is it the case of her not having a job?
Well, Fred, it's a bitter custody. And is there any other kind of custody battle other than bitter? In any event, this poor woman has been diagnosed late with stage 4 breast cancer, and the future probably doesn't look too bright for her. However, what the judge has said is, in addition to the fact that she is terminally ill and going to be treating, she does not have a job, she has no means of employment, and there are other issues concerning certain claims of domestic abuse in this case, Fred. It's just not the fact that she has breast cancer.
Okay, and so
also
Avery,
the judge relied.
Well,
okay,
the judge relied on
this is
bottom line,
making a decision about what's best for the parent or what's best for the child.
Well, it should be best for the child. This is cancer discrimination. Should be reversed on appeal. The assumptions made about cancer, wrong, should be reversed. She's
Okay.
entitled to custody.
Let's move on to another case. This one has outraged a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Take a look at this video. We're talking about a fight that is involving some teenage girls, and the allegation here is this fight continued because there's a mother in the crowd of one of these young girls.
Yeah.
That's the mother, allegedly, right there, April Newcomb, who's actually encouraging her daughter to fight, to hurt, to harm. So, Richard, now this
Right.
mother, April Newcomb, is facing child abuse charges. Child abuse charges for watching this happen, encouraging, inciting, or also escorting her daughter to the fight to say, okay, something's going to happen here, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. That's where it's coming down, Fred. You know, all she had to do was get a nice bowl of adobo and watch Manny Pacquiao fight last Saturday. Instead, she goes with her daughter to school. There's a brawl going on. She tells her daughter, get up, hit her in the ribs, and kick her in the behind.
And people are there with video cameras. They're taping it.
All video.
They're making fun
Yeah,
of
I
it.
mean, this is
entertainment.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
What's really pathetic here? What's pathetic is that there are parents that do these sort of things. Bottom line, she should be convicted of contributing to the delinquency and child abuse. I don't think there's any question. The video locks it up. Look for a conviction.
Okay, Avery, Richard, thanks so much. We're going to talk to you again. We're going to talk about an interesting case involving an NBA player who says, hey, you know that show, Basketball Wives? Well,
Yeah.
the mother of my child is on that show, but we're not married, so why is she a basketball wife? Anyway, it's a lawsuit that's now in court. You all are going to delve into that one.